Okay, we are going to work with multiple activities in this lesson. So let's go ahead and let me tell you how to do that. The first thing that you need to do is put a button. But before a button, actually, let's go ahead and let's go to the project and create another activity. For an activity, we again need two things. One is the interface, which is called the layout, and the second thing is the Java file, means from which it should go ahead and load up. So in order to do that, first let's go ahead to the resource folder, and inside the resource you've got layout. You see that inside the layout folder already there is an activity main.xml and activity underscore main.xml. So right click on this and say new layout resource file. Okay, and let's give it a name after it loads up. Layout resource file, the file name should be second activity or second screen. No, it's not important to use mail or anything every time. What about the root element? And leave the default for now. Then later on, if you've got time, so we will then go ahead and tell you about this one. So I'll just send. So now I've got two activities. One is the second screen, and the first one is the activity main.xml. Over here I am just going to go ahead and say put out large text, and just I'm gonna say over here this is the second activity. So I'll say this is the second activity. So the name is text view. Nothing changed, so that only and only you should know that this is the second activity, this is the first activity, or put up something over there. It's up to you, whichever thing do you want to go ahead and put a picture over there, an image view over there, and so on. Okay, so now that we are done with the second activity, let us go ahead and let us create a new Java file for that. Before we do that, let me tell you the two things that we are doing for the main activity. As you see, public class main activity extends the activity, as you can see, and there is an onCreate method, which is actually the main method, and inside the main method two things are called. One is the super.onCreate saved instance state, means whichever instance was saved previously, and the second is another method which is set content view, which is doing what? Activity main.xml. You see this one, which is again saved in R file. Whatever is in XML or XML, it is saved in R file. So the same concept we are going to use in order to means call the second activity as well. So let's go ahead to Java now. Let me go to the second screen. Let's go to the Java file, and I'm going to minimize that. And inside the Java file, you see this main activity over there, and on the project, means on the package, right click and say new Java class. Okay, so what is that Java class doing? What should be the name? Second. Fine, dot Java. Okay, whatever the name can be. Okay, Dwayme or second or whatever the name should be, that's up to you. So that is second. Okay, now we need a few changes to that. It's just a Sada Java class, so we need to a little bit do a few things. The first thing that you extends activity. You see, activity Android application. Now what do I need to do is I need to say public void on
Second is wrong, sir.
which one, dear?
Spell is wrong, sir.
Fine, whatever we can do with that. Then I have to go ahead and what do you say, rename all of them. It's a refractor. Okay, and I'll say on create. Okay, you see public void on create. Why is it okay protected? Huh? It's actually protected, my bad. Protected void on Nope. On creator. Actually, it needs an override something, so I need to go ahead and do that. And r.layout dot second screen. Okay, and so now that we are done, this is a second file without any errors. What will it do? Just load the activity, second activity. When the Java file starts, this UI will go ahead and it will, means without any functionality. If you need more functionality in this buttons or something, then put them over here in the second file. Okay, now let's go back to the main activity. Inside this main activity, what do I need is that I need a button. When I click a button, it should go to the second activity. So button, and over here let me click the button. I say start, just start. Okay, when someone taps on the start or clicks on the start, it should go ahead and start the second activity for us. So there are a few things to work with, there are a few worries that you need to work with, so let's go ahead and see that now. Now the first thing is again a reference. Button b is equal to find view by id and r.id.button. I hope you can remember that, and alt enter for that, and alt enter for that. Android.widget.button. That's it. B dot, look, I am only writing set on set, and the rest is I'm just pressing an enter. You see, I'm not writing anything else, I'm just pressing an enter. And it let's new on click listener. You see this one, on click listener. Again, I'm just pressing an enter, it goes ahead, wait for it, and it creates the rest of the things automatically for you. Try in on click, don't write in any other place. So what do we need to write? The method that we are going to use is called as start activity. And inside we would say intent. Okay, new intent, main activity dot this, comma, second, what is the name of the Java file? COCND. Okay, dot class. Okay, what is this meaning now? Now let me explain this to you guys. Now we've done the start activity, new intent, create a new intent, and who is starting it up and who is being started. So we are doing that. So the second dot class will start, and when the second dot Java file start, it will call the set content view, which is the second screen. As you can see, layout file, second layout file will be started up. And the last thing that we need to do is go to the manifest file. If we don't do this, it will give us an error. Okay, so we need to go to the manifest file. Now for the first time you're viewing this manifest file, but you will get used to that. You see, all of your activity names are written over here, are used over here. You see activity over here. Okay, the only thing that I need to do is in my application I need to add the activity. You see, when I start writing, Android Studio is helping me out. The only thing that I need to do, which activity is second activity? Yes, the second activity. What is the name of the activity that I want to add to this program right now? It's second. You see, and the only thing is that I close that, nothing else. Last step of doing these things. Now let us launch this, and you will see the results on your mobile phones. Thank you very much.